Hello and welcome. If this is your first time here, I'm Garth Allen. This is Racing News Now, and we are joined today by Jake Drew, driver of now the number 6 car for Sunrise Ford Racing this season in the ARCA Series West. How's it going today, man?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Oh, pretty good. We already tried to do this once, so hopefully this time goes a lot smoother. Um, we're off to a good start, so that's the important thing. So let's get started here. You know the drill. Anybody that's watched this show already knows the drill. We're getting to know you on more of a personal level and on the track as well. Let's start with your on-track history. What got you started in racing?
So, got me started in racing was my dad. He started racing a long time ago, and for a long time ago now in 85, I think, racing go-karts. And then
You know, you say a long time ago. That's only like 7 years before I was born. So you're making me feel old.
Oh, well, I'm sorry about that. But yeah, so he did that for a long time. And then I grew up around it, obviously being his son or whatever. So just always definitely had an interest for it. And then I got to try it out, I think when I was around 5. And then right before I turned 6, he bought me my first go-kart. And then ever since then, we'd go to the track here and there, but never really pushed me too hard to do it. It was only like if I asked or anything like that. And once I got on track with some kids around my age or whatnot, then I was hooked on it. And he still tells me the story of how I came in off the track that time and was like, all right, I'm ready to race. And ever since then, we've been going at it. So about, I want to say around 10 or so, I think I started taking more seriously myself. Definitely raced a lot, 7, 8, 9, won a couple championships, a lot of big races and stuff for the class I was in. And then been still run the go-kart pretty regularly when the schedule allows it. Like last year I ran a handful of races around the country, New Orleans, Newcastle, Indiana, Utah, and then most recently in Las Vegas. So I still really enjoy my karting and love getting back into it when I can. About 2 years ago, that's when I met the Brancati family and started talking to them, and they gave me the opportunity to run a spec late model with High Point, Tim Huddleston, High Point out of Irwindale. So we ran that in the 2020 season along with my go-karting and won the championship there. And late January, Bob called me up, and I think we were talking about maybe doing a few ARCA races just to kind of get my feet wet and get some experience. We were going to also move up into just the regular pro late model class at Irwindale and run that. So he called me up and he goes, well, what do you think about running the whole West season? And I was like, it completely shocked me, but it was a super cool opportunity. So of course I said yes, not knowing if I was really ready or not, but we were going to figure it out as we went, and we did. And luckily it all worked out good.
So you mentioned running late models for High Point. Were you teammates with Dean Thompson at that time too?
I was teammates with Dean and Trevor.
Oh, nice. I love how everything just kind of intertwines like that. It's really cool.
Cool.
Yeah. So let's look at you more as a fan now, growing up. Who was your favorite driver?
Growing up, I think my favorite driver was Dale Earnhardt Jr., just because I was a big fan of red. So when I was little and not really knowing what was going on yet, I'd just see that bright red car and I'm like, yeah, I like that one.
So it wasn't a bandwagon thing just because it was Junior?
No.
Okay. All right. Now let's along those same lines, what's your favorite track? And let's split that up into tracks you've raced on and just NASCAR track in general.
Yeah. I think my favorite track, I'll split it up. I'll say my favorite oval was definitely Phoenix. That was super cool. Road course wise, Portland was super cool. I really liked that track. It was super enjoyable the whole time. Favorite NASCAR track though, I don't know. that I haven't been to yet. I don't know. Charlotte keeps popping in my head for some reason, but
Okay.
I don't know. Nothing super special about it.
Yeah.
It's popping in my head right now. Charlotte.
Huh.
Charlotte.
I don't know that anybody's ever picked Charlotte. That's an
Maybe,
interesting choice.
I don't know, maybe because I'm thinking oval and road course in the same
Well,
place.
yeah.
Maybe I'm kind of liking that. I don't know. But
Okay.
same thing maybe with Daytona. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anywhere that's got like a couple mixtures or different layouts or whatever. So yeah, Charlotte, Daytona, Bristol, dirt, pavement, either way. I don't know.
Okay.
Things like
Fair
that.
enough. Nice. So what's the most memorable moment in your career thus far?
Winning an ARCA West championship for about 15 seconds.
For 15 seconds, yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, that was tough to swallow, and like definitely hard to try and understand
Yeah.
in the car before really being told what was going on. I mean, obviously I wasn't getting a lot of info because they were trying to sort it out themselves, but I mean, I heard you're a champion, and then I heard hold on, and I'm like, well, hold on what?
Right.
Like, what now? Like
Yeah.
we already had a couple of those earlier in the year, so but I mean, it is what it is, and yeah, that's something that I think I'll definitely remember forever. I think a lot of people will. But it was super cool to even be in that situation with so many people, so many drivers that day going in with in contention to win the championship was pretty cool.
Well, at least we're far enough removed from it now that you can laugh about it at least.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where I think what's the saying that you got to lose one to be able to win one or something like that. You know what I'm trying to say?
I don't know, but I hope that's the trick, because right now I got a nickname of P2 Drew, so I'm stacking on my
nice.
losing. So hopefully I got a lot of wins coming here soon.
Yeah, definitely. So what is your ultimate goal in racing? What do you want to be able to say you've done when you hang up the helmet?
I mean, I definitely want to win. I want to win races. I want to win championships, but I don't know. I'd like to be able to get myself into a lot of other cars. I feel like I've always been one to adapt pretty well, and I feel like I can really get into things and adapt quickly and just be able to perform on a quick, just get in and go basis, you know? So I don't know, just a lot of different areas of racing I like to be involved in. But right now I'm growing more and more in love with the stock car racing. It was not on my radar as a kid. But getting into it now, every race I've gotten more and more into it. I'm paying attention to the other races more, the trucks, the Xfinity Cup, like I was never doing before. I mean, I'll sit there and I'll watch a race. I'm analyzing drivers and what's going on. So I would really like to be one of the top next cup drivers. You know, I think that'd be really cool. I really look up to people like Kyle Larson and stuff like that. And they're just kind of pave their way into the scene, and then they start to really lay the results down after a couple years. And that's something I can see myself really doing.
Well, and that was my follow-up to that is, with such a road course background as you have, are you wanting to stay on the NASCAR path, or do you see yourself going off in a more road course oriented path in the future?
I think on a more consistent basis, I think I would like to stay in the stock car world. But with that ability to adapt and whatnot, and always having a huge road course background, I feel like I would like to utilize some one-off opportunities and get into a couple road course races here or there, and just be able to have those maybe Daytona 24 hours and stuff like that. But right now I'd really like to stay on the stock car path.
Okay. So what's at the top of your racing bucket list? What's an event you haven't been to yet, a track you haven't raced on, that kind of thing? What's at the top of that list for you?
Top of the list that want to go to and drive maybe this might be more on the immediate, so it's stuck in the front of my head, but I really want to go and run the Chili Bowl.
Okay.
I've been around dirt racing quite a bit growing up, and that's kind of how my whole family got into it, was through somebody we knew that was racing the dirt a lot back in the 80s and 90s. So I would really love to get my feet wet in the dirt and see how we can do. Yeah, definitely the Chili Bowl. I look forward to running the Daytona 500 someday. That's going to be amazing, of course.
Right.
I mean, there's tons of races that I would love to do, but I think more on the immediate, probably the Chili Bowl.
Okay. So if you weren't racing, what would you be doing?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't do too many other things in life or growing up. So, I mean, I don't want to say in life, but
didn't play any sports or anything growing up or anything?
I played a little bit of soccer when I was a little kid, but right at the time I started doing that was when I started racing, and when the weekends started to overlap, it was quickly becoming more and more go-kart races. So I don't know. I'm sure I would be doing something athletic, maybe soccer, or I was a big fan of hockey growing up. Maybe I would have done something there. Maybe I would have done something astronomy wise. I've always loved space and things like that. So maybe I would have tried to read a few more books and go that way. I don't know.
Nice. So who's the coolest driver, or I guess person in general, that you've met in the garage so far?
You know, I haven't met a lot of drivers. I haven't met a lot of drivers met a lot of drivers at the stock car track, but I'll go back to karting. I did do a track day with Jensen Button before. And that was Jensen Button and Daniel Ricciardo.
Nice.
That was a pretty cool day that I'll never forget.
Is Daniel Ricciardo as cool in person as he seems like he is on Drive to Survive?
He was. Okay. Him and Jensen were super down to earth. They're just super open. Like, you just walk right up to them and have a conversation like they're just any normal person.
Nice.
So that was super cool. I really enjoyed that.
Nice. Yeah, that's one thing. I never really, I was kind of a casual F1 fan before I started watching Drive to Survive, and I've gotten super into F1 now. But that's one thing that really stood out to me watching Drive to Survive, was just how personable Daniel Ricciardo is. Like, he seems to have the biggest personality of anybody in F1 right now.
For sure. For sure he does.
Yeah. So if you could pick any one driver from motorsports history to 1v1, who would it be and why?
I think I'm taking on Kyle Larson.
Okay.
I think that guy I think he's one of the most talented people in the world, not just in stock car racing or dirt racing. I think he can drive pretty much anything. Maybe not right off the bat, but he can definitely figure it out, and he's going to be a contender and everything. So I'd love to run with him and just see anything. I mean, not just anything, but all the things that I can learn from him in such a short amount of time. And I think seems to be a pretty humble guy, I think personally, but I would really love to interact and be 1v1 with him.
Nice. So let's look at you more on the personal side of things now. What's a typical day look like for you outside of the track?
So a typical day right now is going to the Sunrise Ford Racing Shop and working on our West cars, getting everything ready for this year. During the season, it's a lot of repair work and a lot of prep work, getting everything ready for tests and races, but it's good for me. I've always been pretty hands-on with my racing, but was never really around cars too much. So it's been really good this year to actually learn the equipment and what I really got underneath me. And then from there, it's come home and usually get on iRacing with all my friends all across the country from karting or stock cars or anything like that. And that's kind of how we communicate and hang out with each other. So I'm pretty much racing all the time.
Nice. Do you have any hobbies outside of the track, or is it all racing all the time?
Everything's pretty much all racing. That's
Okay.
all I got in my life.
Yeah.
Race. Talk
Okay.
about it, do it, go watch it. That's all we do.
Hey, well, that's a good way to be successful. Do you have a favorite TV show?
TV show. I guess Drive to Survive could be one. But really I'm really just on YouTube quite a bit. I just fall into a YouTube hole every night and
Yeah.
see where it goes.
I hear that. You mentioned soccer earlier. Have you watched Ted Lasso?
I have not.
You need to. I just finished it earlier today. It is fantastic.
Okay.
So
I'll check it out.
it's basically he's an American football coach, and he
Okay.
gets brought over to the UK to coach a soccer team. It is great.
All right, I'll check that out. I'll check it out.
It's on
Thank you.
Apple TV Plus.
All right.
Okay. And so what's one interesting thing about you that nobody knows?
I think it would be the whole interest in space that I spit out earlier. I don't really talk about it too much, and it's never really brought up in conversation, but there's times if I'm on a long drive through the night or whatever, and I'll probably stop and check it out for about 10 minutes and just stare up and see what's out there. But
Stop and look
just
for
super interested in
UFOs.
stuff like that. I haven't seen any yet. I keep
No?
looking.
Yeah, same. All right, so we're gonna end off with this or that. I would ask if you've ever played it before, but we already did play it once already, so
did.
you know how this goes.
Yeah.
So for anybody that's not familiar, I'm gonna give him two very similar objects or things, and he's gonna pick which one he likes the best between the two of them. If you want to explain your answer, you can. If not, we go to the next one.
Okay.
All right, so the first one's going to be cats or dogs?
Dogs, because I'm allergic to cats.
Oh, really? That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Dirt track or pavement?
Pavement, just because I haven't been in the dirt yet.
Have you been on dirt on iRacing though?
Tons and tons.
Okay, so we'll look at this from the iRacing lens then. Which one do you like better from iRacing?
The dirt. I like the
Okay.
dirt much more.
Nice. Road course or oval?
I'm gonna say road course, but it's close.
Okay.
The ovals are quickly
Okay.
coming past.
Nice. Netflix or YouTube?
YouTube.
Okay. Instagram or Twitter?
Instagram, and only because I'm hardly ever on Twitter. I really need to learn Twitter.
Same.
I open it up and I'm like, I don't even know what's going on here. So
You didn't even
I'll try
have a
and get
Twitter
better
at the
at that.
beginning of last season, did you?
I did, but I mean, it had like 20 followers, I think. I mean, it was so small.
I want to say it was like halfway through the season before I finally found it, because I tweet results and everything from all the ARCA races, and I usually tag all you guys in them.
Yeah.
I don't even think I could find yours till like halfway through the season.
Oh no.
Yeah. Football or basketball?
Football.
Okay. Burgers or tacos?
Burgers. I'm too close to too many In-N-Outs. I gotta go
Okay.
get burgers.
But being in California, shouldn't tacos be reigning supreme over there?
Maybe, but not for me.
Okay. TV show or movie?
I'll say movie. I think just gets it done a little bit quicker.
Okay.
More one sitting and done.
Yeah, there you go. Country or pop?
Country.
Really? You don't strike me as a country person.
No, not really. I've more been more into it this year and kind of caught some people by surprise. But
Yeah.
yeah, definitely country over pop.
Did ARCA turn you into a country guy?
Maybe a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe.
Nice. Summer or winter?
Summer.
Okay.
I'm always cold, so the warmer it is, the better.
Yeah, so am I. And that does not work out well when you're somewhere that yesterday got down to single digits. So, oh yeah. And
I would
freezing
be
rain
struggling.
yesterday too. Yeah. I had, okay, so for my day job, I do a lot of driving for my day job. I had to drive in the freezing rain all day yesterday. That was exciting.
Yeah, that is not good.
No, not at all. Steak or chicken?
Steak.
Good choice.
Picking a steak.
Yeah. Chocolate or vanilla?
Vanilla, never chocolate.
Really?
Never, ever, ever.
What's wrong with chocolate?
Nothing, but it's not for me.
Okay.
Never going chocolate.
Interesting. Okay. 1 million Instagram followers or $100,000?
So we had this question last time and you made me think. I'm gonna change my answer.
Okay.
To the 1 million Instagram followers.
Nice. now explain why you chose that.
Well, because last time I took the money for sponsorship and you explained, well, you could probably get more sponsorship deals by having 1 million Instagram followers. I'm like, well, I guess he's probably right. I should have thought about it a little bit longer. So I'll take the Instagram followers and run with it this time.
There you go. I'm glad I could make you think a little bit. Be born in the future or the past?
Past. Take me to the past.
Yeah, I agree. Ferrari or Lamborghini?
Lamborghini.
Okay.
I'm liking the Lamborghini.
Nice. M&M's or Kit Kats?
M&M's all the way.
Nice. I gotta disagree with that though. Can't ever disrespect Kit Kats.
Sorry.
Last one. Work at SpaceX or Google, and I think we know where you're going with this one.
We're going to SpaceX.
Nice. I agree. 100%. In fact, I think there's only been one, maybe two drivers that have picked Google. Because I end up asking that one to everybody I have on here, and I think one, maybe two of them picked Google. Yeah, everybody goes SpaceX. I can't say I blame them.
No. Yeah.
All right. So just to reiterate for everyone watching, your racing plans for this year, are you doing anything besides the full ARCA West schedule?
As of now, not really. I'm looking at a couple kart races. Trying to see what other things I can get myself into. I'd like to fill up the schedule a little bit more. But we'll see. I'm excited for the year, excited to hopefully finish the job and catch some wins and finish get that ARCA West championship this year. So that's the main goal.
Like I said, you got to lose one to win one, right?
Yep.
And to wrap up here, where can everybody find you online, social media, website, what have you?
Yeah, everybody can find me on Instagram at JakeDrew29, Twitter and Facebook, Jake Drew Racing. Just Jake Drew Racing. And those are my three main socials. We'll be posting on there regularly about the year. Looking forward to it.
Nice. Yeah, go follow him. And thanks for joining us today, man. It's been a pleasure getting to know you for a second time now. And
thank you for having me. It's been fun.
Yeah, definitely. Good luck this season. Hopefully we see a lot of wins and a championship finally out of you this year.
Thank you very much.